This is the first episode of In the Spirit. It is a metaphysical-based podcast. It's going to have a focus of a spirit, a deity, god or goddess, ascended master, and I'll probably touch on the attributes of that particular spirit, and then talk about their story or something that they could help the modern day person with. I have notes, so excuse me. I would say that I encourage requests if you guys have a particular deity that you would like for me to discuss or talk about. And I wanted to state that this podcast is for anybody that believes in any belief system. I want to say first and foremost that spirituality, even witchcraft, is nothing more but a way to manipulate energy. It's not demonic or evil. It's simply a way to manipulate energy the way you would like. Believe that we're all creators. And it's whether if you're agnostic, atheist, you can still believe or find enjoyment, entertainment on learning about different deities and, why people believe the way they believe. But the most important thing is that as a whole, as a collective consciousness, what we feed anything will contain some sort of truth or power to it. So this is why the deities are so revered to this day. This is why we have people praising Jesus Christ, why we have people chanting to Buddha, and it's because they have seen the positive results to it. So whether you think it's a placebo effect or not, you don't believe in it, it's all good. I mean, this is an open discussion. So I wanted to say that. But I also have to say that if you do want to work with deities, then I would suggest getting the book or researching it on your own. Everybody's path is different. You just want to make sure that you're protecting yourself and you're not making yourself vulnerable. The thing about spirituality is that it can be very easy to dig yourself in a rabbit hole, just like anything else. But I do want to say that people find solace in deities. And even if you have to kind of talk to a deity or a spirit to provide comfort to you, then, by all means, you do what you got to do. So, I don't really knock anybody that believes in tarot, astrology, human design, palm reading, because everything has truth to it. Every single thing, which, you can get something from it. That's what I believe, at least. So with that being said, the whole purpose of working with a deity is that they can help you in your life, whether it be embodying certain attributes or just becoming better at a certain thing, having certain items, protection even, like it's kind of limitless, honestly, depending on the spirit or your belief, really. So I would like to say a warning: you have to treat these spirits with respect. I'm not really big on Ouija boards or disturbing spirits in general. I feel like it's a mutual relationship, so if it's a one-sided thing, then of course they're not going to want to work with you or even entertain you. You gotta understand that these are beings that have lived way longer, that have transcended time, so you really have to humble yourself when you talk with them. If you choose to work with them, and I would say extensive research. Literally, and I also want to say that clearly working with spirits, they're gonna guide you, but it's not an end-all be-all, medical advice, therapy. You have to seek avenues when it gets to a point where you can't do it by yourself, or you need something tangible to help you through that thing. Because I believe in the path of least resistance. So, you can pray for $500, but it's way easier for you to get a commission for $500, or even getting a job and just, budgeting your money and having the $500 that way, instead of going like, yeah, I'm gonna get $500. Like, sometimes it works that way, but least resistance. You want to do something that will work the easiest for you. And then for establishing the connection, the reason why I say that it's two-sided. It's because you would want to show reverence for the spirit, or you want to praise them just for working with them in terms of even if it's like a social media post or an artwork, or if you're donating to a specific organization that they would align with, then that would be great. Or you can buy a statue for an altar, for instance. So I would say the example is with Kuan Yin in particular. She will help anybody, man, woman, or child, but in particular, she would help children and women. So if you work with her and you want to have more compassion in your heart, then if everything goes well, of course, then you will donate a certain amount of money to a child or a women's organization, or you would volunteer your time to do, for that cause. And that's what would really, make her happy, or that would be you paying your end of the deal, if you will. But it's whatever you organize and decide to do. The cool thing is that you can ask for different signs from the universe. In particular, I've been curious to work with Bastet, and I'm like, I gotta see some signs of some cats, y'all, because she's an Egyptian goddess and she's depicted as a black cat most times when you see her. So I've been seeing several signs of cats, and in person too, which is awesome. It's even like more real instead of like scrolling on social media or whatever. But it's just after confirmation that she's like, okay, yeah, sure, I can work with you. So that's still in the works. But that's the fun part about asking for signs and working with deities, because when you have an open heart, they'll be willing to work with you. But in any case, this is just merely scratching the surface. I don't think I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty of doing rituals, altar situations, because even I, don't know all that myself. I just think it's interesting to discuss metaphysical topics, and we might as well kind of open the door for spirits. That's like the easiest way for me, I guess. So, and the thing that I love the most is that, of course, you can call on your ancestors for guidance, for help. Of course, any religion that you practice too. But what gives me comfort is that there's a plethora, thousands upon thousands of deities that are willing to help you, if you're willing to help them. So it gives me comfort, and recognizes, it makes me realize that you're not alone, I'm not alone. And I would like to say, don't get too caught up in the spiritual side of the world, without grounding yourself first and making sure that you're taking care of yourself, your physical vessel, because that's important as well. We want to strive for balance. So that's it for the first episode. Like I said, I'm taking requests, and I'm gonna have to do extensive research, and I'm teetering on 2 different topics. So we'll see on that, and then oopsies, and then I will be able to go from there. But literally, yeah, if you have any requests on a different deity, if you want me to start with Jesus Christ or Buddha, anybody that's well known, and then we'll get into more obscure spirits and all that, then just let me know. And please forgive me for being so awkward. Actually, don't forget me. It's going to continue to happen. In any case, I'm Moeg. I appreciate you listening. And here's more. Just kidding. It was a joke. Anyway.